20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. Finally.
Third-generation star Dale Earnhardt Jr. brings him to the flag. Checkered flag waving. It's over. It's Earnhardt.
He's going to do it. He's going to win the race and the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship. California's Kevin Harvick does it.
You are the 2014 Sprint Cup champion.
The 24-year-old from Dawsonville, Georgia, is about to join his father, Dawsonville, in elite company. Chase Elliott is a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Ah! Ring that sign, boys! Yes!
And the 1991 winner of the Daytona 500 is Ernie Irvan, the Morgan McClure Chevrolet.
And all of those races were more interesting than the one we watched today. Honk!
Absolutely, dude. What a snooze fest.
Oh my God. Phil, I'm honestly glad we didn't have a show at our normal time today, because I would have sat here and told you that Watkins Glen is probably going to put on the best road course race we get of the season, and then it went ahead and put on that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clean Air Show, episode 42, post-race show for the Go Bowling at the Glen from Watkins Glen. I'm AJ. Here with me is Phil. I guess you're over here, Phil. Before we get into anything, Phil, I'm going to give you the floor here for a second.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to put our condolences out for Robbie Brewer, who passed away at Bowman Gray Stadium Saturday night. Believes heart attack is what I've heard, but on a restart, he just went straight, hit the wall, and hit it full speed.
Yeah, I caught a video of that wreck before everything was announced, and I was like, oh my God, throttle hung. That's awful. Didn't think anything of it, though, because it honestly didn't look like a rough hit at all. I mean, it looked violent, don't get me wrong, but it just, I don't know. You see that at short tracks, right? And you don't ever think anything of it because the driver gets out of the car. Unfortunate to hear that Robbie had a medical episode before that happened, and basically what led to it.
Yeah. Sad stuff, man. He went out doing what he loved.
100%. Phil, I don't know if I've ever seen Robbie race down here. I recognize the name, but I don't remember seeing his car.
I mean, me and my kids watch Bowman Gray a lot, so I mean, I've seen him race a bunch, but I don't know if he's ever been down here unless he came down with a tour mod.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate, man. So unfortunate. Unless it's mechanical failure, I think it's a heart attack. Still sad. Yeah, that was probably the worst news out of the weekend. Just an awful night last night, to be honest with you.
It's full moon.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I mean, let's get into some lighter ish stuff. Catch up on some comments here. Tate, this just in, stuck in Indy. And Tate's up there for, I believe, like a drumline thing. But I'm still here so I don't get fined. Welcome in, Tate. Patrick, thanks for joining us on this late post-race edition of the Clean Air Show.
Always good to have our buddy Patrick.
Honk. Yay for SVG. Yeah, SVG dominates another one. I don't even think it's necessarily him dominating. I mean, today he just found himself in the right end of the strategy calls, because I thought Blaney was running away with it there for a majority of it.
I think Blaney had the best car, at one point, but SVG he knows how to do everything so strategically. Like, me and Brandon were watching together, and him and I both said, dude, it went from like he had a 2-second lead to within like 2 or 3 laps, he had a 6-second lead. And it was like he was keeping that steady pace of 2-second gap on Buescher at one point. And then all of a sudden I looked away for a second, came back, and he's got like 4 more seconds. And it's only been like 2 or 3 laps. And then he just kept pulling away and pulling away and pulling away. And I'm like, all right, he was either just riding or Busher had something for him there for a couple laps.
Yeah, I after watching the full race through, I put it down there with like Bristol as in the worst races of the season, just front to back. It just there wasn't anything interesting about it. Tate,
Lee
I just saw
Diffie.
Chase sucked. SVG won, said Cool didn't miss much. You really didn't.
Lee
I
Diffie was the best part of the day.
honestly, I think you saw maybe 10 green flag passes for position, like on track, not through pit strategy, but just on track in general. And there just wasn't much.
I will say there was, like, watching the broadcast, there was some good beating and banging going on, some good, Doran and, here and there, but it didn't lead to good racing. It
Oh,
just
deeper
led
in the
to,
field, it was rough tumbling down there deep in the field. But besides John Hunter and his incident, and then you had Kozlowski and his, you just didn't see much. Eric Jones, I guess, brought out a caution too. Why are you smiling? Oh, I know why you're smiling. I heard it. It's just it wasn't that great, man. When we look at Iowa last week, which Iowa to me wasn't a great race either, but at least the fuel strategy at the end played a factor. William Byron getting the win, and is he going to have enough fuel? Is he not? Today just wasn't it. I don't know if you have anything else to touch on from last week at Iowa. I mean, I just
like they've been talking about getting rid of stages at road courses, and that would make it more interesting. That would just make it more boring today, I think.
Yeah, I think you have less action than what you had today, if not for those guaranteed cautions.
Yeah.
And I've always been on that side of the fence that said stages shouldn't have cautions. If you want to award them, go ahead, just do it under green. This wasn't, I don't know. And I get mad because it's right in front of the sanctioning body what the problems are. And I think it's now gone to the point where not only are drivers telling you what the problem is, but now fans are telling you what it is. Even casuals are telling you what the problem is, and you just refuse to act on it. At least right now, we'll see what the offseason brings. I mean, we're 12 weeks away from that now, which is crazy to think about.
Instead, we can get Cookie Monster as a freaking Grand Marshal, bro.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed with how today went. And I know I've been harsh on SVG all year. Congratulations, you're absolutely the best road course racer in the field. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And with the road course race in the first group of chase races, he's sitting pretty.
100%. Like he's almost guaranteed at least into the second round, maybe even into the third. It just doesn't translate to him on ovals, so I can't take him seriously there yet. It's just like what we talked about several weeks ago when we got through Chicago. It's like Marcus Ambrose. You knew Ambrose was always going to be a threat, but only at road courses. He wasn't going to be a threat anywhere else.
Mm-mm.
It's just kind of one of those things. And then, Patrick, hey, congratulations to Bubba. Bubba's had a solid last 3 weeks. I think he had issues last week at Iowa, but the last 3 weeks, that boy's coming in pretty strong.
The car was beautiful today, too.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Junior, SVG is a straight-up monster on the road courses. There is no question that guy is the most talented guy in the field at road courses. You won't hear me argue that. I just want to see him translate it to the oval side of things. Everyone, here's how to fix the car. NASCAR. Did you say make an EV car? Honestly. I'm just, and that, Tate, I'll get to your other comments about the Xfinity side of things. We're going to dive into that because there is so much to break down from yesterday's Xfinity race. It brings me to a point that I said on X after the race was over. Sunday is supposed to be your cherry on top of this racing Sunday. And it's really upsetting that everything on Fridays and Saturdays outshines anything that happens on Sundays. It used to never be like that. And now I look more forward to the lower series than I do the upper echelon. 10 years ago, I'm just going to put it into my own personal situation. 10 years ago, I wouldn't have bought tickets to see the Friday Xfinity race at Daytona in August, let alone July. Now I'm more excited to go watch that than I am the Cup race the next day.
You know, it sucks. You and I talked about it. Like, I'm taking somebody to their first ever NASCAR race at Daytona in a couple weeks. And it's going to suck because, like, I know they're going to be doing that fuel-saving garbage.
The nice thing about the August Daytona race, for whatever reason, is at least when they're fuel-saving, they're like 3 wide the whole time.
Yeah.
It looks like they're doing something. Oh, shoot. It's turned into watching NASCAR on Saturday and Indy and F1 on Sundays. And I can understand that standpoint. That's not me. I'm a NASCAR guy first, so I'll always watch. They could run around at 3/4 throttle, half throttle the entire day, and I'll still watch that over any other series. But I get that point. Next Friday is going to be so goddamn long for me. Why is that, Joey? Are you going to Richmond? I'm going to the 9 hauler so early on Friday just to secure the autograph band. I know Joey's going to be in Daytona. He wants to give us a hello and all that when we're out there, Phil. I might be buying a 9 diecast just so I can get him to autograph the Clean Air sign back there. Clean Air banner.
That's what Joey just said. He wants an autograph band.
I mean, I guess, yeah, next Friday, if we're in the literal sense, next Friday this week's at least Richmond. That's right. I don't know, man. I'm 3 of my Jack and Cokes in. Every day's rolling into 1 for me right now. I'll be out there with you, Junior. Meanwhile, my ass is waiting on September just for Bristol Night Weekend. I'll be out there. I think I'm going to be there Friday somewhere around 3, 4 o'clock. I'm leaving work at noon.
I think we're rolling in Saturday around 3-ish.
Well, let us know when you guys get there. We're parked out in 4.
Our plan is to go to DeLand and check into our hotel first.
Where are you staying in DeLand?
I have no idea. My dad booked it.
We're in the courtyard over there in DeLand.
I don't know what it is. I think it's a Wyndham, something by Wyndham.
It might be a Wyndham. He's probably right down the street. We'll meet for breakfast Sunday morning.
Works for me.
Which also brings me to the point of our show schedule here coming up, because next Saturday, we might end up doing an early show Saturday, because I've got a bunch of things going on Saturday for the race at Richmond.
Oh, excuse me.
And then the following week for Daytona will definitely be a midweek show, that one. That'll probably be like a Wednesday show or a Thursday show. Yeah, it's got to be Wednesday or Monday.
Wednesday works for me.
Wednesday works for you, because I got to pick up Zach from the airport Thursday. Joey, I'll be there like 8:10-ish. I'm likely crashing the whole weekend at Cody's, but working on only first shift on Thursday. I'm still trying to talk Cody into coming out to the race that weekend. I'm likely parking out in lot 1 or the infield, turn 1. Yeah. Let's get into that Xfinity race yesterday, Phil, because there's so much to break down out of that. Xfinity definitely takes the cake for race of the weekend, I felt.
I'm trying to hold on.
You're good. Take your time. Tate's here. I'm going to go back up to one of Tate's comments. Tate said the only thing he's here for is y'all talking about Connor and what happened and who's at fault between Connor and SVG. Oh, and Colin Hill and non-driving fuck. Speaking of, I'm talking about for Bristol, Joey. I'm trying to get Cody to go to Bristol, but I think he's going to like a music festival or something that weekend. We'll go through car 42 car history while Phil's getting his stuff pulled up.
I'm good now.
I'm still going to go through car 42 history. Fuck it.
That's fine.
We got a lot of non-driving fucks to go over here.
A lot of non-driving folks.
In NASCAR Cup Series competition, the 42 car has started 1,100 and there's a typo here. So it's either 1,172 races or 11,722 races with 50 drivers and has 75 wins, 56 poles, 401 top fives, and 715 top tens. That's a lot of wins for the 42.
It's a lot of races too, though.
Lee Petty drove it.
Driving fuck.
For 53 of his 54 career wins. There's a majority of the wins for that car. Lee's grandson Kyle Petty drove the 42 at 2 separate points in his career for 286 starts, including 6 of Kyle's 8 wins. There's pretty much the rest of them. Starting in 1979, he drove the 42 for Penny Enterprise. He drove the car until 82 when he started splitting time between his family car and the number 1 owned by Haas Ellington. Kyle never won a race driving for Petty Enterprise. In 1989, Kyle would return to the 42 with newly formed Sabco team owner Felix Sabates. Petty created quite a few memorable moments driving for Sabco. Kyle would continue to drive the car through 96 when he left Sabco to found his own team, PE2. Following Petty, Joe Nemechek drove the 42, the old Bell South Chevrolet, man, for 94
I
races.
used to love that car. That car was iconic. It was bright. Came out with different color paint schemes and stuff too.
Dude, that's the first car I remember Joe Nemechek in. But he drove that from 97 to 99, including his first career win. In 2000, Kenny Irwin Jr. replaced Joe Nemechek in the Sabco 42. Irwin made 17 starts in the number before he was tragically killed in the third turn of New Hampshire International Speedway, the same corner that had taken the life of Adam Petty only 8 weeks prior.
Rip.
Irwin, like Petty and many others, died of basilar skull fracture. Not until October 2001, after the deaths of Dale Earnhardt and Blaze Alexander, did NASCAR mandate the Hans device to prevent basilar skull fractures. The next week, the Sabco car was renumbered to number 01 with driver Ted Musgrave. Jason Leffler would drive the car the following year, still the number 01. You and I talked about Blaze Alexander this week for a little bit.
I was going to say, did you watch that video?
I didn't watch the video. I still have it saved on my my phone so I can watch it later. I'm hoping at some point in my random YouTube viewing it just pops up as like the next video.
Yeah, it's he had an interesting career, but he was one of the guys who drove for the WCW like paint schemes and stuff.
Yeah.
And
it was the NWO car, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, his was like all sorts of stuff. It was like Sting and all sort. His was like ARCA stuff.
Sting was in NWO at one point, but I'm pretty sure everybody was in fucking NWO at one point.
But him and Kerry Earnhardt actually were battling side by side, coming to the checker, made contact, and he went head on into the wall, and Kerry actually flipped over in the wreck.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big one.
In 2003, Sabco, now called Chip Ganassi, I was about to say Chip Childress Racing, Chip Ganassi Racing with Felix Sabates, brought back the number 42 with Jamie McMurray as the driver. Jamie never made it to victory lane during his 108 starts in the 42. McMurray left Ganassi for Roush Racing in 2006, but in the funny way that things happened, Jamie ended up driving for Ganassi again, and drove the number 1 as a teammate to his former 42 car. Casey Mears, who had been driving the 41 for Ganassi, was moved to the 42 for the 2006 season. Casey earned 8 top 10s in his first 36 starts that year, but left to drive for the Hendrick Motorsports 25 at the end of the year. Here we go. In 2007, Chip and Felix put a driver in their car with a very impressive resume. Juan Pablo Montoya is a Farmer Kart Series champion, Formula One Grand Prix winner, an Indianapolis 500 winner, and 24-hour Daytona winner. You know, his resume says he's not a non-driving fuck, but a NASCAR non-driving fuck.
There's a lot of people whose resume looks real good outside NASCAR that think it's easy.
He had the jet dryer incident, the Harvick incident at what Sonoma. He did win at Sonoma though. So, do you only have one win there? Or did he have 2 wins?
I thought he had 1.
Yeah, I think he only had 1. Then for the 2014, the Ganassi team put Kyle Larson in the 42 car. He posted 8 top 5 finishes in 2014, including 3 runner-up finishes. Larson's impressive year ended with him winning the 2014 Rookie of the Year. Placed him 17th in the final standings, the highest finishing driver not in the chase. Larson also drove the 42 in the 2014 Xfinity Series, earning 2 wins. Larson won a handful of races in the 42. I think we all kind of know how that relationship ended in 2020. Can you hear me, Phil?
Can you hear me?
Following Larson's removal, Matt Kenseth came out of retirement to take over the number 42 car. Can Kenseth hear me?
I hear you.
Kenseth started 32 races in the number with the best finish of second in Indianapolis. Kenseth retired once again at the conclusion of the season. For 2021, Ross Chastain took over the helm of the CGR 42 car in his 36 starts in the number. Ross scored 3 top 5s and 8 top 10s with the best finish of second at Nashville. For 2022, Chip Ganassi sold his team to Trackhouse Racing, and Ross has remained there with the car numbered 1. In 2022, Ty Dillon drove the 42 for Petty GMS Racing, the next iteration of Richard Petty's team. Dillon started 36 races in the car with 1 top 10. In 2023, Noah drove it till he did something stupid on social media. Following Noah, Grant Enfinger drove it, Hocevar drove it, Mike Rockenfeller drove it, Josh Berry drove it, and John Hunter Nemechek drove it, which he still drives today. Richard Petty started the 42 a total of 31 times in his career, including 2 wins. Jim Pascal started the number 18 times and earned 4 wins. Everybody's favorite country singer, Monty Robbins, started the 42 in a total of 25 times between 70 to 79. Majority is 35 career races.
I love the color of that car, that purple and yellow.
I thought it was pink and yellow.
Might be pink. I don't know.
It looked good regardless.
Photos from the 70s, the colors don't show up as much as they do today, you know?
That's true. While Ford was boycotting NASCAR in '66, Marvin Panch was offered a chance to interim drive Plymouth for Penny Enterprise using Richard Petty's old dirt cars. Panch made the most of the opportunity to drove the 42 a total of 5 times, including 1 win. We got a whole lot of names here.
A lot of non-driving fucks.
Other names in the 42, Maurice Petty, 11 starts. Bill McMahon, 12 starts. Bobby Hillen Jr., 8 starts. Tiny Lund, 5 starts. Bob Wellborn, 2 starts. Jim Hurtubise, 2 starts. Lenny Pond, 2 starts. Jim Sauter, 2 starts. Tommy Kendall, 1 start. Buck Baker, 1 start. Phil Parsons, 1 start. And Elmo Langley, 1 start.
There's a lot of driving fucks on that list.
I'm not going to lie. I went into it thinking there was a whole lot of non-driving fucks, but then there was a whole lot of driving fucks on it. So
Bobby Hillen was the only notable non-driving fuck I really knew in that main list right there.
I got to say, next week's probably one of the most storied numbers, 43. A whole bunch of non-driving fucks. It ended up not being that way. Austin Hill's the type of guy who's into cuck chairs. Got a Bubba hat. Congratulations, Patrick. Kerry was given the win too. Juan Pablo Montoya had 2.
Okay.
Sonoma 07, Watkins Glen 2010. So 2 road courses. Was Juan Pablo Montoya the Winn-Dixie version of SVG? Kinda, in a way.
Aldi.
Shout out Monza Madness. Larson sure did bring out the madness. Junior, can you hear me? Let's go over this Xfinity race, Phil. I see you got some pictures pulled up here. You want me to throw these up here?
Yeah, sure. This is what happened to Connor Zilisch. Yeah, him with the RKO out of nowhere.
That's epic. Yeah, dude, Connor Zilisch, hell of a day yesterday, to be honest with you.
Dude, driving fuck.
Absolute driving fuck.
Oh, my God.
Hang on. Should I do this for this part of the segment?
Sideways.
I don't know how this is going to work.
Junior just asked in the comment, how in the
Hang
fuck
on,
did Connor not snap his leg?
Myself here.
I don't know, Junior. No idea.
I mean, that was let's break it down real quick. So Connor was what, half second faster than SVG to win the pole yesterday?
Yep.
Which, like, kudos. Junior just brought up a comment that I'm going to bring up after we talk about it. So Connor and SVG are battling late in the race. To me, and Phil kind of has a little bit of the same opinion, a little bit of a different opinion. I think all the games that SVG was playing finally had Connor say enough's enough. Zilisch gets run wide by Shane and says, fuck it. I'm coming back on the track. If you're there or not, I really don't care. You're either getting turned or I'm clear. One of the two is about to happen. But I'm done with you.
And if you listen to Shane, actually thought he was clear too, though. He thought he had him cleared going in there, and that's the part of the track they talked about multiple times. Like, spotters aren't good there.
Yeah, there's not many spotters in that section.
So, like, in my opinion, Connor did nothing wrong. Connor came back on the track like they would any other time. SVG was blocking, trying to keep him from getting by him all he could, and he was pinching tight, trying to block off so Connor couldn't get a run back under him into 7. And it didn't work out for either one. Well, it worked out for Connor, but it didn't work out.
Well, then it didn't work out for Connor.
I mean, it did. It worked out.
Junior says it best here. I think it's a racing deal, no matter which way you look at it. I think it's
100%.
kind of a little bit of both. It might be a little retaliatory from the Chicago street course. Hey, all's fair. All's even at the end of the day to me. So then, later on, restart happens. Zilisch drives his way from, like, I don't know, what was it, 5th, 6th?
Yeah.
To come through and take the lead. And he's pulling away. Eventually, Austin Hill forgot why he was suspended the week before.
Tries to murder Michael McDowell.
Gets loose and tries to murder Michael McDowell. And I don't think, listen, take what I tweeted yesterday with fuck Austin Hill. I've been a huge Austin Hill fan for years now. And I'm finally coming out of that fandom. He 100% got loose and it just kind of overcorrected into McDowell. Or when he gathered it, he got back into McDowell.
But where was his intention of going is my question.
That's a solid question. And I think given why you were suspended the week before and what happened 2 weeks ago, you have lost all credibility for getting the benefit of the doubt. So when you get loose like that, and you turn somebody as violently as McDowell was turned right there, and thank God he was okay through all that, because that car almost went over twice on 2 separate hits in the wall.
The poor man at that corner.
Yeah. I think I said that in our group chat. Like, oh my God, what is it with this guy and taking big hits here? I think with Austin Hill in that situation, you just let off. Gather up the car, let off, live to fight another corner.
It's not like you're racing at a short track and, that one corner is going to make that big of a difference. You've got how many more corners on the track that you can get back to him and make a run. And yeah, I understand. Like, late in the race, you're going for the win, but Zilisch had already checked out at that point.
100%. 100%. And you're already going to get the second place points anyway because McDowell's not racing for anything other than a trophy. You live to race another day. I don't hate how Austin Hill can be aggressive. I think that's a great quality to have, especially in that series. There's a fine line between racing aggressive and racing like a jackass. And I think Hill, especially this year, has raced like a jackass.
Yeah, Bobby Hill's racing like a jackass.
I think someone, I'd like to say someone needs to teach him a lesson, but they'll probably end up like Myatt Snyder did. But it's just, I don't know. Someone needs to have a conversation with him, whether it be Richard, whether obviously NASCAR's conversation isn't doing nothing. You have Kyle in the building. Nobody knows more about racing someone aggressively or like a jackass more than Kyle Busch does. Ron Hornaday, like a word. Someone just needs to sit down with him and be like, listen, man, this isn't it. There, you could be aggressive, but not to this extent.
Need Big John from Days of Thunder to sit down and tell him he's going to end up as a greasy spot somewhere.
Now I only have one set of keys and one rental car. SVG blocked one too many times and Connor had to run. 100%. 100%. McDowell hit almost in the same spot from when he wrecked in 2014. That was crazy. You see all the emergency vehicles in that spot too? They can race around it. That boy still ain't right. I tell you what. The Japanese inspection.
But no, that race overall was pretty entertaining. That wreck was something else. Did you see the pictures of Ryan Ellis's car after?
I did. He got under somebody. And again, there's not many. There's not many replays of it, but I guess that's also in the same section where there's minimal spotting happening. And there were guys that were wrecking like 50, 60 feet away from where the actual accident was. And I think Ryan ended up underneath somebody at one point. I thought I read that on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah, he ended up, I believe it was up underneath the 91 car. And there was nowhere to go. I mean, the whole track was blocked at that point.
Right. To be honest, I saw one replay and just thought Clean Air's got this. Oh yeah. I mean, I was right there on the top deck of the Austin Hill fan club, and this year that guy's made me make a complete 180. I think he races too aggressive for his own good.
The initial shot of the wreck was...
Didn't it look like he just turned them? Just flat out turned them?
Yeah, like when they're coming in, they were coming in and the shot was on that fence above where McDowell initially hit. And it looked like Hill just straight turned and just hooked him. And I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I again, you lose the benefit of the doubt when you've been racing people the way you have over the last couple of years and especially this season. I don't know. And I think my biggest problem with the way Austin Hill goes about these things is he doesn't really apologize for it afterwards. He just kind of deflects blame and he's like, oh, I guess I got into him. I didn't think I did. And here's why I don't think I'm wrong. You really dropped $50 on that hat? It was like, what, 40 at Homestead when I picked it up? You were with me when I bought it.
Yeah.
Who's worse right now, Carson or Austin? Austin, 100%. Carson at least owns up to his mistakes when he makes them.
Carson hasn't done anything wrong.
And God willing, whenever somebody comes up to Carson, he at least sits there, acknowledges it, and says, okay, maybe I should have done this differently. Carson Hocevar reminds me a lot more of a Ross Chastain first year at Trackhouse and before than he does of Austin Hill.
So my opinion, I think Carson's getting a bad rap with everything he's doing. He's just doing, like you said, he's doing nothing different than Ross Chastain did a couple years ago. He's making waves. He's making a name for himself. He's doing it. It's one of those, if they're talking about you, they're, your name's out there. And in my opinion, he's driving hard. He's doing what he's paid to do.
There is a reason Carson Hocevar is racing on Sundays every week and Austin Hill is not. Fair?
Because Austin Hill's not driving fuck.
Well, there it is. I'm sure someone was waiting for that. Man, I can't lie, Shrek. I like the 47 hats. I feel like they fit well. I mean,
easy, Shrek. That's who hooks us up with passes to go to the races.
Yeah, really. Yeah, see all those passes back there? Johnny Sauter knew something before we all did back in 2019 with Hill. Dude, I saw that picture resurface today between him and Sauter, and I'm like, oh my God, that's right. That's right. Again, Tate, I saw that comment just come through, but I think I kind of nailed it where I said there's a reason Carson's where he's at and Austin Hill's still where he's at. And you can't tell me it's not sponsorship because I'm pretty sure United Rentals would hop on board for a Cup Series ride at any point. They've already proved that with, Ryan Preece, Austin Hill and his one-off starts. Not after what you just said, Shrek. You get nothing. Good day, sir. You lose.
You lose. You get an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah. We haven't even got to that part yet. So Zilisch comes through, races his ass off. I didn't think with the damage he had that he would be able to rebound and win that race. He did. Comes through and celebrates. Obviously has trouble with the footing, getting out of the car. Proceeds to try to stand 1 foot on top of the car. Slips into the window net, snaps his leg back. I'm pretty sure he landed head first.
Yeah.
And the collarbone just followed. Gets taken out of victory lane in an ambulance into the infield care center, transported to a local hospital, diagnosed with a broken clavicle, collarbone for all those non-medical field people. And he's out for a significant, possibly, amount of time. I know he said in his interview today on USA that he talked with SVG before the race, and SVG had surgery to put a plate in, and he raced the next week. I think Zilisch is secure enough in points, and he'll get a waiver that he's probably not going to take that. He's probably going to take the next couple weeks off into the playoffs, and then he'll be back for the first week of the playoffs. 100% Tate. He's super lucky that it's just a collarbone. It was an awful looking fall.
Brandon and I were talking about it today, and he's lucky because they don't race next weekend. They're off next weekend, and then he's got Daytona. And are you going to really try to race Daytona with a broken collarbone? Probably not.
I doubt he races Daytona. I doubt it. I think he's just back for the first week of the playoffs. I don't know where the playoffs start for Xfinity, if it's Gateway or something like that. Junior brought this comment up earlier, and I told you I'd circle back to it. He's going to have a 1.0 average finish when he fully recovers. Guy gets taken out by Jesse Love, has like an average finish as second all those weeks. Doesn't finish like a single race outside of the top 5 damn near. I think he almost tries to do something to himself, and now he's going to win every race from now to the end of the season when he comes back.
Somebody said, is this another Kyle Busch incident? And should they grant him a waiver?
Yeah,
how are you
precedent's
even
already been set? You've got to grant him a waiver.
How are you even going to question it? I mean, it's already been stated that the waivers are. There's the question right there in the comments.
So it's a medical injury that happened on a NASCAR track. I think they 100% will grant him it again, albeit at his own at his own issue. But NASCAR will give him that. And Ryan, that's a great point to bring up. No one's had 2 in one season before. That's kind of been circling in the back of my mind for the last couple hours, that I don't think anyone's ever been granted a second waiver in the same season before. And in fact, when we started talking about this, I was thinking about that. I don't think it matters here. I think they're going to grant him it. He might still start the races, and that was a question we had in our group chat last night.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he can still start every race and then be eligible without a waiver? Senior raced with a broken collarbone for how many years? Didn't he break his collarbone and still race, had surgery on it, then hurt it again?
He broke it in that crash in 96 where he got turned by Ernie Irvan and Sterling Marlin.
Yeah. Yeah, he never actually got it fixed until like a couple seasons later, right?
Yeah.
Ryan, maybe hop out mid-race. There's still 4 races to the playoffs. He's going to race Poland?
Portland. Next comment down.
We're adding a road course in Poland? Yeah, everyone here is saying they're gonna
Oh,
definitely grant that waiver.
absolutely. Like
I
I
think they
wasn't,
will.
I wasn't questioning it. Like it probably came out that I was questioning it, but it's like, does he need one with that injury? Like, can he start the races, and is that going to be their argument about a waiver?
I don't know if you'll hear anything this week, being that they're on an off week. I would wait till end of week this week, Monday, Tuesday, and next week before we find out what's actually going to happen with Connor for the next couple races, couple weeks. Junior, senior also ran with a broken sternum, 96 at Dega. And that's another thing everyone forgets. You know, he's 18, 19 years old. He's going to heal a lot faster than other people would.
He's just a boy.
He's just a boy. The only thing I can see being a problem for Connor is when those belts get cinched down.
Yeah.
That's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm curious as to who, if he doesn't race, Junior Motorsports would put in the 88.
Dale Jr.
Dale Jr. Dale Jr. on Daytona when we're there, when I'm there, Phil. Would you come that Friday if Junior was racing?
Oh,
Junior back at Daytona?
I would probably think about it.
It'd be a hard debate, wouldn't it? Damn it, Junior, it's nice to wish. Let us be somewhat positive during the show of so much negativity.
Dale Jr. returns to the 88 with Budweiser on board.
We got the car number and sponsor combo we always wanted. 88. He runs the 88 in the font of the DEI 8.
Yeah.
Come on, give it to me.
Men can dream over here, okay?
I'd want nothing more, brother. I'd want nothing more.
But no, like the whole thing with Connor, like it was a freak thing. Like if you watch it, I saw what happened. I saw exactly what happened. His foot slipped on the window net and he went in the car and that was it.
I forgot who brought up. I think it was Junior earlier. I can't believe he didn't snap his ankle or tear an ACL doing that. That's the other big thing about this is he's 7-up on Allgaier for the regular season title. I don't know. This off week means so much. Like Connor Zilisch could not have asked for a better time for some unfortunate circumstance like this to happen. Heading into an off week. This might be a see how you feel the week of Daytona.
How does that work? Like, does that score the same way for regular season points and stuff? Like if somebody, like if he gets out of the car, it's just regular points, right?
I don't think that relates because if somebody else wins the stage points, I don't know if that counts towards that car. The only place I think that actually matters is owner points. That's what I think. I've not seen any clarification on any of it to know. I'm unsure. I'm unsure. All these questions are going to be, I'm sure, answered this week. It's so fresh and it happened in such a weird way that there's just not much information about it right now.
No.
Yeah, Connor's way up in the points. He might be having the best Xfinity rookie season ever. Connor had 2 weeks off from Texas, but All-Star was the week after. JRM did have 2 rookies win the title. Yeah, Chase and Byron, right? Byron. I think Zilisch has already won more races than Byron or Chase did, right? I think Chase won like 4 races in 14 or 5 races, and Byron won another 5. Was Reddick a rookie then when he won with JRM? Phil would know more than I would. Hell, he sponsored the fucking car.
Yes. No.
That's just it. Ryan brings it up. The absolute tear Zilisch has been on this season in Xfinity might be the best rookie season for a driver ever. This is a guy who's not 100% used to racing ovals. His background is sports cars and things of that nature. The way he's adapted to these cars as well as he has is why I said, and before the season started, this guy's going to be a force for decades to come. Phil, you look like you got something.
Reddick was part-time, but he was a rookie of the year when he won the championship.
So Junior Motorsports is the king organization of a rookie winning the championship. Ryan, is that the 2014 season, or is that including his? Didn't he win one at like Daytona in 17 or something? I think I have that car up there. Yeah, I've got that one up there. I know he won Darlington, Homestead, Texas, Richmond. I think Richmond. I can't remember the fifth. Was it Charlotte? I think he might have won Charlotte too. Might be 5. 3 in 2014, 1 in 15, and 1 in the 88 in 2016. So that was the 2016, not 17. I hope that when we go live for our Richmond show, we have a little bit more answers about what's going to go on in that situation. I just don't see any announcements being made until either midweek.
He said today that on the broadcast he's got a doctor's appointment this week, and it'll give him more of an idea of where he's sitting.
100%. And a lot of people that you and I have conversed with have said, like, of any bone to break, that's kind of the one you'd rather. Because you can still operate and stuff with that. You don't say that. It's a beautiful Tax Slayer car.
And there was no beautiful Tax Slayer cars.
Really?
I don't think so.
That all red 7 that Regan Smith drove was nice on the top left up there. That Ross Chastain signed and then said, "Hey, I was in that race."
Slayer.
I told you where that fender was from, right? The fight in, was it Montreal? Between Regan Smith and oh hell, who the hell did he get mad at?
Ty Dillon?
Was it Ty Dillon? Regan Smith had a beautiful see those Regan Smith 7 cars were nice looking.
Let me look it up.
Ryan wants to know, you sponsored the Reddick car when he was with Armour.
Yeah, when I was with Armour, when he won the championship, I worked with Armour that year. Believe it or not, I was actually there that night that he won the championship, and I left early so I could make it back to my local track and run and race.
Phil was slinging wieners at the racetrack.
Slinging little wieners.
He still does, just not paid to do it.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you the Regan Smith Tax Slayer car.
Yeah, the Regan Smith ones were nice. It was like an all red car, had some black accents in it. Like, it looked nice. You want to talk about anything about the truck race? I mean, Corey Heim won. Zilisch got taken out by Nick Dirty Sanchez.
Nick Dirty Sanchez.
Otherwise,
that race really, I mean, that race was pretty uneventful.
But it was still an entertaining race nonetheless. I mean, it was Friday. It was several drinks ago. I don't remember much from it.
I watched most of it at work.
What truck was Nick Sanchez in, Phil?
Let me pull it up.
Or was it Ryan Sanchez? I don't know. I thought it was a Sanchez. Fuck. It was one of them. Oh, it was Jake Garcia, wasn't it? It was Jake Garcia, not Sanchez.
Jake Garcia.
My bad. Hey, that's my bad. Nick Sanchez drove in the fucking Truck Series what felt like forever. Give me a break. It was Jake Garcia. Zilisch still finished in front of him.
The only interesting things you really had was Tony Breidinger blew her engine, thought it was her transmission, and the flames are shooting out like 20 feet behind the truck.
Yeah, that's not the transmission.
That's not the transmission.
That's not the transmission.
Chastain had a good truck till fuel pump problems took him out again. I think that's the second or third race he's been in that truck that fuel pump problems have gotten him. Frankie Muniz stepped on his penis going into lap 1.
Oh, just full on saying it now, huh?
I'll just
stepped on the old puppy.
The old puppy. He stepped on the old penis.
Let's go over some fantasy real quick. I'll go over what today's was. And full disclosure, I forgot to even set a lineup until cars were already rolling around for the pace lap. So I never got a chance to change my lineup. So I think I finished 12th.
You did finish 12th.
I finished 12th. Behind people that ain't set their lineup in like several weeks. First was Brandon this week. Shout out Brandon, especially with what he's got going on. Shout out Brandon for winning the week. Vince finished second. Manda Love third. Fourth, King J Hip Racing 3. Fifth, Ryan Schreck. Sixth, Rugs Motorsports. Seventh, Cole the Bull 24. Eighth was Phil. Ninth was One Blue Weston. 10th was Priscilla. 11th, Dale's Mustache. 12th was myself. Jack Hammer JT 13th. You want an updated standings? Or you want to wait till next week so we have something to talk about?
Give them something to talk about next week.
All right, we'll wait till next week. As far as fantasy picks go, race picks go, I won this week, Christopher Bell. And you can probably pencil me in for pick and chase next week for Richmond. I'm kind of down to those last 4 guys that I saved for these last 4 weeks.
No, today I'm I know I saved McDowell for this race. I know I did.
McDowell's looking good.
He had a good run going. I don't know what happened. He faded towards the end.
He had the ghost of Austin Hill fucking chasing after him.
Probably CTE going on.
I have no idea who that is. I have no idea. I don't know who half the people are in there because of the names of the teams. I couldn't tell you. Vince did ask us this week what the prize consists of, and I'm like, shoot, it's supposed to be a 124 diecast, but the way Lionel keeps raising their fucking prices, I don't know if that's happening.
I'm looking at them right now.
What, the diecast prices?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive.
We'll buy him a 2025 12 days of diecast advent calendar.
That's what Vince gets.
Hell, that's $70.
It's still cheaper than any 124 on the website.
Yeah.
The second's already a $50 gift card. Fuck. I might change that up though. I was going to do Fanatics, but if you wanted to, let's say you finish second in fantasy and you're like, hey man, I'd really just rather a $50 Lionel gift card. I'd do that for you.
Absolutely.
Either way, you're getting $50 out of it. You better not. But yeah, man, I don't know.
Glad we're back to an oval again.
Yeah, glad we're back to Here's a question, Phil, while we're on the topic of road courses. Does SVG struggle at the Roval? Not your typical road course. Not that Watkins Glen is your typical road course, but the Roval's way more less of a typical road course.
I mean, you did decent in the Xfinity car there.
I mean, who was he racing against, though? I think we've learned that the Xfinity car doesn't translate to the Cup car very well. At this point, you're better off running ARCA to get better at the fucking next gen car.
Won the pole there last year.
Yeah, but who's in the race?
No, in the Cup race.
Oh, in the Cup race, he was on the pole last year?
Yeah. Shane Van Gisbergen sets the pace for the Roval, wins NASCAR Cup Series pole.
That's true. All right, never mind. We'll debate that when that time comes. When we talk about the Roval, it'll be after qualifying, so we'll at least be able to figure it out from there.
He finished 7th in the race last year.
That's not bad. That's not bad. All right. I'm just not going to bet against SVG then. Fuck it.
No, I mean it's. I think you're stupid to bet against him at a road course, no matter what it is.
I at least have one on my side. Does SVG struck with the Roval? Probably. I don't know. I just think it's different because it doesn't race like your typical road course does.
No, but it's one of those technical tracks at the same time, though. And he's
Right.
really good with those.
And who knows what the hell new chicanes we're going to throw into this.
Think about it. The Chicago street course doesn't race like your regular road course either.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
You know, I think he can adapt very quickly.
You want to do big junk?
Connor Zilisch.
We have 2 big junks this week. We have 2. You're just going to have to deal with us. I think we did that 1 week before. We did Brennan Poole and Sheldon Creed. I think this week we have to give it to Michael McDowell and Connor Zilisch in the Xfinity race. They have to get big junk this week.
100%. Austin Hill is on a tear.
I almost gave it to him again.
Michael McDowell hit a ton, though.
He hit a metric fuck ton.
Yeah.
Plus, being a Todd fan or Connor, you get no diecast versus people paying 40 of Connor card to put it on eBay for 100. That's true. I was talking with Zach this week. I think either Sunday or Saturday morning, I'm going to hit up that flea market, see if I can't find the all-Geyer regular version of that Daytona scheme for a half decent price.
Yeah.
People on eBay are still selling that bitch at like $300-$400. It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
That flea market's kick ass. If you've never been, go. I know you've been
awesome.
there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You can spend a whole day in that freaking flea market. If a hurricane doesn't decide to postpone that fucking weekend.
We're looking good as of right now.
As of right now. But you and I both know how quickly that could change.
We're looking good as of right now.
We're going to leave it at that.
Yeah, that's how we're going to stop it right there, dude. We're good as of right now.
Anything else going on, Phil?
Not much, man.
We're doing a post-race show because you were busy this morning.
Yeah, I had lunch with the family for father-in-law's birthday.
Absolutely. Happy birthday. We you've adjusted your schedule to do many a post-race shows for me, so this was no problem.
Took a nice nap today, you know.
I did too. Bro, you called me earlier, and like yesterday when I was taking a nap, I got woken up by a phone call too, and I'm like, motherfucker, every time I go to take a nap, someone's got to call me, and I saw it was you, and I go, oh, it's Phil. What's going on, man?
Hey, buddy.
Hit up Mead Motorsports. He's got good die casts. I'll have to. I know for sure I'm going there one of the days. One of the days I'll be there. I'm also going to Giuseppe's.
Should go to Lollipops, dude.
You want to do Oyster Pub Saturday night?
Ooh.
Oh, come on, Phil. You know you want Oyster Pub Saturday night.
I gotta see. You gotta remember I'm with two old guys.
Hell, get back to the hotel and we'll fucking Uber.
I might be down.
Set up down the street from the track, the Daytona Flea and Farmers Market, just off I-95, a small section of the flea market. I'll look it up. I don't think I remember that last time I was there, but last time I was there was like 2-3 years ago. I've never been to Oyster Pub, Phil.
Oyster Pub's good, and Ocean Deck is good too.
I've never been to Ocean Deck.
That's where the party's at after the races usually.
Brother, I got no problem just going around town. DeLand's not that far from Daytona Beach. We'll fucking Uber it.
I'll teach you some shit.
Problem with Daytona is everything closes down at like 9 o'clock.
Ocean Deck does not.
Ocean Deck does not?
Ocean Deck does not.
What time does Oyster Pub close? That might be a Friday adventure for me. I'm looking it up. They close at 12 a.m. on Saturday, Oyster Pub. As long as Ryan Priest doesn't decide to go for a tumble, we might be all right.
I'm looking at Ocean Deck and see.
I'm sure I passed Ocean Deck.
It's literally
how far is it from the old Sloppy Joe's?
It's right next to the where the roller coaster and all that junk is. The slingshot and all that.
Oh, I know exactly where. Oh God, 2 a.m. Fucking hey, let's go to Ocean Deck. They got gator bites on the menu. I'm in.
They got crab cakes. They got gator bites. They got fried grouper. They got.
You got to think, man. I'm there for essentially 3 days, so I can do Ocean Deck one night, Oyster Pub one night, and Giuseppe's the next day.
They're known for their 32-ounce Bacardi party buckets.
Oh, Zach's driving the Silverado. He don't know it yet, but he's driving back to the hotel.
But no, we'll see what's happening. Maybe we'll go out Saturday night. We'll figure out where our hotels are. And
dude, we've almost made it a theme of going to Joe's Crab Shack at this point.
That's right there.
Although, did I hear somewhere that it was closing?
I don't know.
I can't imagine that one closing.
That one's busy.
That's where the wife and I went right after I proposed to her.
That's cute.
You know where I did it, Phil?
On the beach?
You know where that clock is? The Daytona Beach clock?
Yeah.
Right there.
Look at you. All romantical and stuff.
What's that soundboard you got on Discord? Feeling romantical.
Kiss me on my hot lips.
Joe's Crab Shack's still open. Sloppy Joe's closed, though. That I do know. Which I'm amazed by, because Sloppy Joe's is always packed every time I went there, and they had 2 different restaurants on the same floor. That's all I got, Phil.
I got nothing.
I think we did good for a post-race show.
I mean, for as non-interesting as the race was, I think we did pretty well.
Hey, shout out everybody for coming out. Can't believe I'm P2. Never been this good. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man. We appreciate all of you for bearing with us today. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share with all your friends. Make sure they also subscribe, follow, and favorite everything we're doing here. Help us grow the channel out. I will say for Daytona, I've got the GoPro ready. I've got all the attachments ready. Got some extra batteries, memory cards. We're going to try to put some content together for it, especially when Phil gets there on Saturday. We're going to try to put some content together and get a video out. And we're going to do the same thing for Bristol as long as Daytona goes well. If not, you'll see my GoPro on Facebook Marketplace. I'm already like dreading having to travel with it.
It's not bad.
Well, yeah, I think I got my scanner bag too that I got to take with me to Bristol. I'm having Zach take the headphones back so this way I can free up some space in my bag for the way up. Where did you go?
I'm looking for something.
I have your GoPro?
No. I have a nice case that I will donate to your cause.
Is it the same one?
No.
What you got?
Oh shit, there's my other batteries. It's a bigger one.
No shit.
So remind me and I'll get that to you.
I'll fuck with you.
Good. All right, Terry. Remind me and I'll get it to you because it's just sitting there. I got these freaking knockoffs, bro. I bought when I was racing. I bought these knockoff GoPros. I don't even know if there's one in here. Apex cam. $30.
Is that what all you guys out there use at the track? Is that the one that like pops up the speedometer and shit like that? And,
no, a lot of guys use GoPro and then there's an add-on you can download that when you're doing it, you can set it up so it records.
I always thought that was cool shit because it almost gave you like a telemetry.
Yeah, and then you can tie in your audio to it too.
That's tight. Gotta appreciate that comment right there. Gotta be the new LTC. Unfortunately, y'all, all I got. Hey, we're just two dudes trying to do our best, man.
We're out here doing the Lord's work.
Just bullshitting about the race, the bullshit racing we watch.
We got some good tracks coming up, though. We got some good ones to talk about coming up, I think.
Thank God the playoffs are a majority of good tracks.
Yeah.
Right? Like, majority. Like, hang on, I'm scrolling here. Oh, by the way, Kyle Larson, what the hell has happened since the double? He ain't had a win since Kansas, and fuck.
I don't think anybody can hear him.
I don't think anyone can hear him. We got Darlington, Gateway, Bristol. And then we have New Hampshire, Kansas, Charlotte. Like, to me, right now, New Hampshire's that throwaway there out of all those. It used to not be that way, but now it kind of is.
New Hampshire needs to go away.
Then we have Vegas, Dega, Martinsville. Martinsville might be the only clunker there, although that last race before the championship's always been pretty good. And then Phoenix. So for the most part, all these remaining tracks are really good.
They need to run the New Hampshire road course.
Hey, I piss everybody off with my takes. You don't have to worry. That's why my Twitter bio is I tweet things that even I question. Hey, I'm going to be at Richmond. You want to know my cup luck? Oh, don't tell me it rains. Don't tell me it rains. 09 Kyle Busch, 2017 Joey, his Cumber win 2023 Larson. Oh no. Kyle Larson wins next week. Kyle Larson wins next week.
Good news is he sucks at plate tracks, so hopefully we won't have to see that at Daytona.
Yeah, for sure. All right, before I get copyright strike, because now my thermostat wants to play music, we got to get on out of here. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll catch you Saturday. Probably
see you, everybody.
Victor, take it away.